Oh, sorry, Daddy Bezos. I forgot. Fitty fitty. Jazz hands. You know, they make everything better. Unfortunately, this is not one of those situations where that's actually true. We have a new revenue split across the board for Twitch now, announced last week by Dan Clancy in a blog post. He's stating that across the board on Twitch, all streamers will now receive a 50-50 split. He's announcing this because there were some streamers on the platform with a 70-30 split. It wasn't well known. It was known mostly by streamers higher up within the community themselves. It was assumed by the larger community. Most viewers thought that the streamer they were supporting was getting 70% of the revenue. You'd see it on Twitter, you'd see it in discussions here and there. They really believed that their favorite streamer was getting the 70-30 split. But Dan Clancy himself admits that first, we had not been transparent of the existence of such deals. So yes, feels like that did exist. Were they transparent? No. It was only talked about if the streamer decided to reveal it themselves, you know? It was 50-50 across the board already for any non-partnered streamers. Partnered streamers, after reaching a certain point, the rules were never made clear. There were never specific qualifications, but some creators were given a 70-30 split in their contracts, which, like, get that bag. Get that bag. The 70-30 split is fair. That is what should be considered the standard across the industry. 50-50, that hurts. That hurts. As you saw earlier, you know, no one wants half a brownie. Now you only get half. And you will always only get half. At least before you had like the thought that maybe one day I'll have enough of an audience. I'll bring in enough viewers that I can get that 70-30 split too, you know? Dan's like, nah. So unfortunately, that will not be the case anymore. And so he goes a little deeper to explain why. And he quotes that we don't believe it's right for those on standard contracts to have varied revenue shares based on the size of the streamer. Okay. In an ideal world, all streamers would be on the same set of terms regardless of size. I agree, Dan. I agree. So we're doing 70-30, right? No, we're doing 50-50. Those who currently exist on the 70-30 split will still be able to keep their split up until a certain point. You know, once you make a certain amount of money, which wants that 50-50 back. So they are implementing $100,000 every 12-month period, $100,000. You can still receive your 70-30 split. After that $100,000, it reverts back to the default partner agreement, which is 50-50 split for tier 1 subs, 60% split for tier 2 subs, and 70 split for tier 3 subs. They go further to explain the reason, you know, because we keep asking, why? Why, Dan? Why? And there's no real clear answer except which wants more money, which is fair, you know, capitalists. The excuse they use for it is what I find funny. All right, the excuse they use is that using the published rates from Amazon Web Services interactive video service, which is essentially Twitch video. All right, so Amazon owns Twitch. AWS, Amazon Web Services, supports hosting Twitch, but using their published rates from Amazon Web Services. But those are the published rates. You're literally one and the same. You're owned by the company that owns Amazon Web Services. Amazon. Right? Bezos got us covered, right? Live video costs for a 100 concurrent viewer streamer who streams 200 hours a month are more than $1,000 per month. Sure. Yeah, if you're using the published rates offered to the public, if you were going to go in as a solo streamer and buy that bandwidth to be able to host yourself to 100 concurrent viewers, sure. Yeah, it would cost $1,000 a month. It is not costing Twitch that. And they're very clear in their wording. to not say that it is costing them $1,000 a month. They don't say that. It's not costing them $1,000 a month. They say that according to the published rates, they're not even using like, they're not even like trying to BS that there's rates that they themselves as a subsidiary of Amazon have to pay, right? A discounted rate. No, using the published rates from Amazon Web Services. So they're just doing like this calculation. They're pulling it out of thin air. They're like, okay, so look, see, it costs this much. You see that? It costs this much to host it. That's why we have to charge you the 50-50 split, because we're losing so much money. Theoretically. But we're not. But it would cost you more to pay for it yourself. So just pipe down and continue on as you are. 50-50. We're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And we gave you 5% more in ads. What more could you ask for? We just increased the ads. Didn't you see that? Yeah, we're not going to let you ever reach a tier of 70-30. Yeah, we're going to start taking 50-50 after you reach the 100K. Sure, but we gave you 5% more in ads to 55%. Like, oh, yay, yippee, right? We all love it. Especially when 3 15-second ads in a row play after clicking into a streamer's channel that you've never watched in the past, but the thumbnail caught your eye, right? It's like, oh, wow, this person's doing all the work. They got an interesting title, interesting thumbnail. Let me click in and see what this is. And then, boom, ads. And I don't know how patient a lot of you are, but I have more often than not just clicked away and kept clicking on streams until I arrived at a stream that didn't have an ad. And so you have to get over that speed bump and actually want to meet this creator for the first time badly enough to stick around and watch the ad that you are upping in frequency. It's appearing more often with an increase in 5% towards the creator. I don't know if that balances out. I don't know if 5% extra in ad revenue is going to balance out with whatever percent it is that is clicking away the second the ad pops up. I don't know if it balances out. I don't think it does. And I think Twitch is really hurting themselves here, just taking away the possibility of discoverability, which is their big promise, right? You're using the platform for discoverability, but ads are pushing people away from discovering new channels. And so it's a balance, but you're doing the 50-50 split so you can add more discoverability options. It just doesn't quite work out in the math. You know, the 1 + 1 isn't quite equaling 2. Not sure what system they're using to calculate things, but sure. Or Twitch, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. For now, 50-50. That's all we can do, because the other option is going to YouTube, right? Oh, wait. Hi, guys.